Welcome to the Hull as our 4-1 Tigers return home to take on the 1-3 Warhawks of Louisiana Monroe. The Tigers have a handful of recruits on campus today, including wideout Clint McCoy and athlete Robert Clemens. We are in week 4 of the Sun Belt Conference play, and the Tigers are unbeaten while this is ULM's first game of the Sun Belt season. First quarter action, Tigers come out running. Charlie Brooks takes the handoff, finds a huge hole, and is brought down after gaining 17 yards. Later in the drive, Higgins takes the counter right, cuts inside, then back outside, and gets pushed out after picking up 9 yards. A few plays later, Alston drops back and throws a laser to DJ Clark on the curl for 13. Tigers end up 3rd and long. Alston drops back, scrambles left, and hits Gunn in the end zone from 16 yards out. Tigers strike first, 7-0. Warhawks take over. Smith with the play action. Tries to scramble out, but is tripped up and gets sacked. But Smith makes up for it. He drops back, steps up in the pocket. Carey comes in hot, but Smith bounces off of him, turns upfield, makes a cut back inside, and is tackled after picking up 13. Later in the drive, Smith drops back, tries to scramble right, but big Rodney Jackson gets to him for the sack. The D-line came to play today. 3rd and long for the Warhawks, and Smith is going back to the air. He finds McCray on the sideline for 13. ULM goes for it on 4th down. Smith runs the option left, gets hit by Freeman, tosses it to Luckett. He turns upfield and is pushed out after picking up 19. ULM's offense gaining confidence. Smith goes option right, sheds the Varner tackle, pitches it to Luckett. He sheds the Carey tackle, turns it upfield, and fights his way down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for the Warhawks. Luckett takes the handoff, tries to bounce it outside, but is brought down for a 4-yard loss. 2nd down, Carter takes the power right. Christmas and Bridgewater bring him down just short of the goal line. 3rd down, Smith tries to go option left, but Freeman is there to make the tackle. Warhawks settle for 3. Great stand by the G-Man defense. GSU offense takes over and they come out running. Charlie Brooks goes up the middle, finds a lane, and powers his way to 16 yards. A few plays later, Alston drops back, scrambles right, and turns it upfield. The freshman QB picks up 18 and a Tigers first down. Later, Alston sets up the screen for Higgins, and check out the cut by the junior back. He picks up 9 yards. A couple plays later, Alston keeps the option right, cuts it inside, and fights down to the 2-yard line. Then the big fella, Charlie Brooks, punches it into the end zone, giving GSU the 14-3 lead. Next ULM possession, Smith goes play action, and he's looking to go deep, and Green comes down with it. Cargo misses the tackle, and Green walks into the end zone. 75 yards later, 14-10 Grambling State. Next GSU possession, Alston drops back. He tries to go deep to his playmaker, Clark, but is picked off by Dallas. Turnover number 1 for GSU. And the Warhawks look to capitalize. Smith keeps the option left, fakes out Carey, and gets tackled after picking up 10. Then Smith drops back again. He tries to scramble out, but Brandon Varner gets to the QB for his 5th sack on the season. Next play, Smith with the deep drop, and he throws a dime to Green for 17. First down, Warhawks. Next play, Luckett takes the sweep left. 2 Tigers miss, and Luckett walks into the end zone. Warhawks take the 3-point lead. Tigers look to bounce back. Alston keeps the option right, cuts inside, and drags the defender for 11 yards. Then the freshman quarterback goes back to the air and throws a beautiful pass over the middle to Salmon for 20 yards. Then Alston keeps the option left, makes a nasty cut to the inside, and gains 11 yards. A few plays later, CB23 gets his 2nd touchdown on the day. Tigers go up 21-17. ULM's offense takes the field. Smith with the play-action boot drops a dime to Turner on the sideline for 20. Then Smith keeps the option left, sheds the Carey tackle, turns it upfield, and fights his way to 15-yard gain. Later in the drive, Smith drops back, steps up in the pocket, has 2 Tigers coming for him. He throws it to his check down, Fuqua, and the big fella rumbles his way into the end zone. What a play. ULM takes the lead. GSU goes 2-minute drill. Alston drops back, scrambles to his left, and hits Gunn coming open for 16 yards. On a 4th and long, the Tigers are going for it. Alston drops back and finds Malik Wright wide open behind the defense for 26. A few plays later, Alston goes back to the air. He scrambles left, tries to spin, but he fumbles. ULM jumps on it. Big mistake by the freshman QB. But here comes ULM. Garrett Smith drops back, tries to throw the out route, but Percy Cargo is there for the interception. G-Man defense come up big. 33 seconds left in the half, and Alston is going back to the air. He scrambles left. He sets his feet and throws it deep to Rout, who makes the catch and is tackled at the 1-yard line. Then CB23 would punch it in for the third time in the half, giving the Tigers a 28-24 lead going into halftime. Well, it looks like the offense is going to have to keep scoring because the defense is having a tough day. Start of the third, the Warhawks come out running. Smith goes option left, makes the pitch to Luckett late, and Josh Carey makes the diving tackle for the 3-yard loss. Then Garrett Smith comes back out throwing, dropping back. He steps up in the pocket, looks to scramble, but Josh Carey is there to bring him down. 2 great plays by the freshman linebacker. Here comes the G-Man offense. Austin drops back, throws it to Clark on the curl, but Dallas jumps the route, and he has some room. He bounces it to the sideline, but it's tackled at the 35-yard line. 3 turnovers for the freshman quarterback today. After a clipping call, Smith with the play action, he drops back and lobs it to the sideline for Carter. He picks up 16. Then Garrett Smith will show off his wheels again, finding a small crease, turning on the Jets and gaining 14. Later in the drive, White takes the handoff, bounces it outside, and watch the hit from Josh Carey blowing up the running back. Next play, Garrett Smith keeps the option left, and it was a bad decision. Cherry is there for the tackle, and a 4-yard loss. ULM settles for 3. GSU's next possession, Brooks finds a crease, makes a cut, and fights his way for 14 yards. Later in the drive, Austin drops back and hits Gunn on the curl route. The freshman-to-freshman connection leads to 16. Then Lightning gets his turn. Higgins takes the handoff, finds a crease, and uses his speed to gain 18 yards. A few plays later, Higgins takes the counter right. He gets a block, makes a move, and walks into the end zone from 14 yards out. Tigers up 8. After a ULM 3-and-out, Charlie Brooks goes up the gut, fights his way for 9 yards. Then Austin goes back to the air, throws it to the outside for Clark, but Dallas jumps the route again and gets his 3rd interception on the day. And here comes ULM. Smith goes option left, pitches it to Luckett, but the running back gets blown up by Carey in the backfield. Next play, Thompson takes the handoff, and look at the downfield blocking, clearing the way for the fullback to walk into the end zone. Tigers lead down to 2. Grambling looks to milk the clock. Austin keeps the option right, weaves his way through traffic for 12. Then Austin drops back, throws it to Salmon on the outside. The senior turns it upfield for the first down. Next play, Austin drops back, sets up the screen for Higgins, and the speedy back makes a cut, then bounces it to the outside and turns on the Jets. He's finally brought down after picking up 37 yards. Next play, Austin keeps the option right and walks into the end zone, extending the GSU lead. Warhawks down 10 as Smith comes out throwing. He tries to set up the middle screen and has nowhere to go, but here comes big Brandon Varner for his 3rd sack on the day. Grambling takes over. Austin goes back to the air. He threads the needle to Salmon for 11. A few plays later, Brooks goes right up the middle, untouched, and is brought down after picking up 15. CB23 is still running hard. He follows behind his O-line and picks up 11. Next play, Grambling still throwing the ball. Austin hits Gunn on the outside for 14. Then Austin drops back, feels the pressure, scrambles left, loads up and throws a dart to Salmon wide open in the end zone. GSU breaks 50. ULM would go on to score a garbage touchdown, but it wouldn't be enough. Tigers go on to win 50-40. Phil Austin finished 18 of 29 for 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he threw 3 interceptions. On the ground, Charlie Brooks carried the rock for 24 times for 150 yards and 3 scores. Austin carried the pill 12 times for 84 yards and 1 touchdown, while Higgins finished with 9 carries for 54 yards and 1 score. Out wide, Demetrius Gunn led the way with 6 grabs for 80 yards and 1 score. Higgins had 5 catches, and Salmon had 4 catches for 56 yards and 1 score. On defense, Josh Carey had a huge day, 13 tackles, 5 for loss, and 1 sack. The G-Man D-line finished with 7 sacks, led by Brandon Varner's 3. Now you see why they call the Sun Belt the Fun Belt. What a game. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're brand new, and don't forget to hit those links in my description. Follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram at BigCGatGame, and we'll talk in the Tigers Den podcast and welcome our first member to the recruiting class. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.